Hello and welcome to another episode here on this Malakai campaign. So, in essence, we've been doing alright actually, because now we have the north a little bit more successful. Basically, it's cleared up of enemies. There's some dark elves there, but they don't seem to be posing too much of a problem. So, likely it's going to give me enough time to deal with Norska, and then they'll attack. So, and I'm thinking on, by the time that they do, that I already have like this army over there. I need to get a little bit better armies, you know, now that I'm reaching the end game. I want to put, because I'm reaching the point where I can recruit nearly everything, so yeah. And that's the big issue with Malakai, like with any other campaign, dwarf campaign, I would already have that, because of course I'm spending the money on Malakai's horde buildings, which is, you know, of course creating this issue. So let me try to ambush near the Great Skull Lakes, because of course the enemy has a couple of armies here. So if they attack the settlement, I want to at least reinforce. They won't know that I'm here, because of course I'm hiding. Let me move Morgus there as well. Yeah, and all about these next few episodes is just consolidating this win, basically. I now have two armies here, so there's no way they're going to get through. I'm going to move over here to the lair of the Troll King, just to ensure that I get some public order. And yeah, control has been a problem, which is why even if I get a confederation possibility, I may not go for that easily. Because, of course... oh, hold on, I can get some iron breakers. I definitely should. Because there's a lot of places where, you know, a lot of armies where I definitely want some iron breakers, so why not get them already? Alright. Let me check diplomacy real quick. Yeah, I could get some...
This is bad news.
Yeah, but that's not enough. Peace for like 400 is not enough. I'd rather take the grudges, actually. Or let them build up a little bit more in terms of grudges, and that will be much better. So yeah, let's end up the turn and see what we got. And the ambush actually was successful, which is perfect. That's a lot of infantry. That stretched Craventail, the poor boy. He's gonna flee, that's for sure. So my gyrocopters will definitely deal with those missile troops, and then it's just copper bombing everything. So I'm predicting a lot of damage that I'm gonna do without taking too many losses. And he's even in forced march, so this is as good as it can happen. And there's a little bit of an edge of, you know, getting to... there's a bit of an extra to ambush actually the Skaven, which is so fine, you know, so it's always nice to do this. Glad they are not the ones ambushing, otherwise I would be in deep trouble here. But yeah, let's fight it out. So gyrocopters, of course, are going to take on the catapults, the artillery, the guns as well, the rattling guns, and I'm just gonna bombard them with the catapults. And if whatever the AI does, if they keep away from the catapults, it's good, because I'll bombard them with my gyrocopters. And if they move in, well, that's good as well. I'll have the tools to deal with it. So as long as I can get the reinforcement, especially the gyros, it should be fine, because those bombs should do a lot of damage to the AI. So let's do it. They no longer have the firewalls moving, by the way. So all that I want is just to drop a few bombs, just to ensure that I get a few pot shots here and make sure that the catapults don't get to fire, that's all. I'm really not looking to destroy models with this. It's just generally bombarding them, making sure that they are moving away and such, you know. I could have positioned them better, but I was actually... just trying to see if I could get a little bit of damage there, and that was enough, as you can see. And then I got distracted when I saw so many of them really clumping up for my army ability. So yeah, you know, the Dwarfs cannons, they're really good, especially if the enemy is clumped up like this. It's just an amazing shot. And I'm trying to fire only on the rattling guns, and of course I'm hitting everything else that is around, which is good. More rats dying. The level of detail, man. Sometimes I don't understand when people say that they don't like the graphics. I'm like, no, the level of detail is really good on this game. So yeah, 20 seconds before the other gyrocopters arrive. So it seems like this is just going to be a gyrocopter slaughter, really. Because right now I've dealt with most of the enemy rattling gunners. I don't think a single volley was shot. Maybe one or two will be able to... Yeah, there we go. There's one shot in, it's not going to do anything. So I just skipped ahead to the time that the other gyrocopters arrive. And they're very close to that... Oh my god, I'll just bombard them, you know, like carpet bombing, and it should do so much damage. And this is why, I mean, gyrocopters can do so much damage. This is a bad thing, of course, about how the AI is handling these ambushes. But still, if they would, you know, by this moment, they would have arrived against my infantry and maybe done some casualties. Likely they would almost run away after, you know, some damage with the catapults and the other missile units. So I'm unsure if the outcome would be too different, you know. And there we go. That's tons of bombs dropped. And now it's the 5 bombs from the bombers. So yep, missed that first one, but every single one is gonna hit them and. I think that's it. That's all she wrote. Yep, they're gone. And that's a victory. Only gyrocopters, that's all that you need. Well, on this scenario, of course. If the battle was, you know, different, if it wasn't an ambush, perhaps it would go differently. And there we go, that's a decisive victory. Lost none and defeated a whole army. So that's great, actually. That's perfect for what I wanted. And look at that, 3,000 on those bombers. Oh my god. That's insane. 27k damage in terms of health. It's not the gold value, you know? So I don't even need to replenish. I think I can get either the control or the Oath Gold and Treasury. So let's go with the Oath Gold and Treasury. And overall it seems nice. You know, the scaling came to attack me, which is kind of fine. I was predicting it. I'm glad I actually moved that guy, Malakai, closer. Can he reach me? No. If he needs to either fight over there, so I have no issues with that. Yeah, and there's there's the lizard men, so that'll be just some experience for my other armies. And overall, this seems cool. I'm gonna deal with Norska. You know, I have this army going in. I really want to develop this province to maybe reach tier 5 way before turn 100. Like I said to you guys, I just take a little bit of my time with the game. You don't need to rush too much, and it just allows you to experience a lot more. That's always my recommendation with these things. Man, I really wanted to land on a settlement just to get the most, you know, public order possible. Gonna get a Thane here. Anything that gives control of public order. It does seem, because if I want to confederate anytime soon, it gets like -4, so I gotta be careful with that. So let's just go with the Thane. There you go, spread more control. It's cool. Let's go with the Industrial Grudge or the training. Let's go the training. Oh, I have one more, Blade Master. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, I really want to go with the Dawi Authority there. Yeah, let's go. And that's cool. I'm gonna need some more control here and there, but it's always nice. Oh, let me get some items, of course, or some ancillaries. He can get the Enchanted Shield and one blade here. That seems nice. In terms of ancillaries, anything that gives public order, of course, that's perfect. And everything else, it's fine. It's just something to take advantage of him existing here. The Runesmith Apprentice is something that I really don't like too much. It just... I know that I'll forget about it and suddenly it's just nothing, you know? So that's cool and all. Well, I can get the Runesmith here. There's a lot of slots available there. So, yeah, that's fine. So, Research, I really wanted something that would go into more control. That's good as well. Construction less for military buildings. I'm gonna need that. Yeah, I'm gonna get some more iron breakers. There we go. And in terms of trade deals, what we have. I always check at the end of the turn. Yeah, I could get the peace deal with those guys, but likely would be worse for me. So. Oh yeah, let's go either the firepower or honored by Grimnir. Let's go the honored route. Yeah. And how about you? Do I want bare essentials? Do I want... Yeah, I think so.
My anger burns bright.
And I think I want the upgraded version there of Zufbars. Cooldowns. No, I think I want hardened armor. I actually am using the strength, but still, I may want the armor later on.
What?
Okay, what do I want here? I don't have money to recuperate this. Let me just check and confirm there's no armies around here. Yeah, I think the other guy left. I think the other Skaven army left. And we have Nobler, and there's a big army coming in, so I really need to ambush these guys, or to put these guys in ambush. This is mostly to force the enemy into my forces so that I can attack them. Yep.
Fearless and unbreakable.
Still haven't decided exactly what I'm gonna do with Grombrindle, but still, yeah, that should be fine. In terms of legendary lords, I could confederate, but the problem is the -4 that I would get for, and I don't have anything to counter that, you know, that I would get from public order, which right now is a big problem because it hasn't stabilized. I have some places where I looted, so yeah, that's a little bit of a problem. So yeah, let's end the turn, and yep, the army spotted me, but I do manage to kind of ambush. You know, this is where the army is spotted, so where the ambush fails, but it doesn't fail. So the hidden action is successful, and then the ambush is not sprung. It does kill me 1 unit, so I'm not gonna resolve it. Therefore, I'm gonna fight it out. So I think I can manage it with just this army, to be honest. But if I can bring in the other gyrocopters, that would be so good, because these guys, I cannot send them in like on the previous battle, because of course they have tons of missile units. Even so many Plague Claw catapults can do a lot of damage, so I gotta be careful. This is not one of those where, oh, let me just send the gyrocopters. You have to identify those guys, and this isn't one of them. So I'm just gonna wait on that position. And now I've received the reinforcements, no movement from the AI, which is perfect. Now it's a 2v1 battle, and it should be much easier. Hopefully I can get all of the gyrocopters and bombers to divert the enemy missiles so that I can move in closer to the enemy. And if I can move closer, I mean, they don't have any good melee troops. They have a few, but not so many to deal with me. So let's go, gyrocopters. And yeah, there's going to be a ton of bombardment. As you can see, he's already deploying to meet my units, my gyrocopters, which gives me enough time to move in with all of my forces. As soon as they are deployed... By the way, I only moved the gyrocopters into the enemy when my full army was deployed, so that I can just move them in closer. And as you can see, they're just moving without facing the Plague Claw catapult bombardment. Some of my army is already here, which is perfect. And I just wanted to carpet bomb, and I didn't even want to stop them in there because there's a lot of enemy missiles. If you would focus fire, you can see that some of the units would likely start routing, some of the gyros would start routing, which could lead to some losses. So all that I want is just, yeah, go quickly, bombard all that I can, you know, ignore the the enemy for as long as possible, because look, my army is nearly here. They're already engaging on this side, so that's perfect. My catapults already attacking. They're in range at least. And now, yes, I can double back with the gyrocopters and attack at the same time as my army. Now my missile troops are attacking, and there's plenty of melee action here. Let's look at it. Yeah, I don't care what he's bringing in. They're not going to get through my dwarven infantry, especially not hammerers or slayers. Even these dwarf warriors, they can survive for so long against this Skaven infantry. It's not like they're fighting chosen, you know? So yeah, the reason why I didn't move my gyros before is because I was doing some targeting with my missile units to ensure that they don't hit my own troops, you know, or at least try not to. Maybe they'll learn something with the Skaven. And yeah, right now I'm just sending in my single entities, using any abilities that they have. Now that's a ton of missiles dropping on my own troops, but they can survive that, can't they? And yeah, the enemy is fleeing, because of course, so many gyros on their end, attacking their catapults, and all my infantry is just closing in, so yeah, of course, there's no way that any Skaven army would survive this, even just in morale. Now, if you attack, if you do these timings with everything at once, typically it's very easy to cause the enemy to flee. Unless, of course, just be careful with unbreakable units, or even lords. If they have unbreakable, then it can become a problem. So, more oath gold. Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted. And for now, yes, I did find some factions. They the Belegar actually confederated Zufba, which is great. It gives me access to Belegar and some other stuff. So some rebellions, of course, in some places where they might rebel. That's fine. Here's the enemy army, which is cool. I can do that thing of actually. Yeah, I can do that. So Godric was actually wounded, but I can do that thing if I'm not mistaken. Should I get this adventure? I can siege the enemy army and then attack the army outside, you know, so that they won't reinforce, which is great. It's awesome when I can do that. I would love to start this adventure, but I really don't want too many bombers. Not yet. So I just want to be sure that I can... yeah, it's in foreign territory, which is a bit of a problem. Let's increase the mobility here. And I want to attack the sieging army, but not with this guy, because there's a lot of doom divers. There's a lot of stuff here that is dangerous, and I don't see the reinforcing army. Yeah, so I want to finish off that army, the smaller one.
Vengeful rude lord.
There we go. I even get a close victory, just losing one hammer unit and a slayer unit. Well, I kind of want that, but don't want that. So now I can attack the enemy army. Oh! And they get some reinforcements. That's weird. That shouldn't happen. Okay, gonna auto-resolve that. That went a little bit poorly, but still, that's better, yeah. Look at that. That was ridiculous, because the Wag army, which is stationed inside the settlement, actually reinforced. That shouldn't happen. And now it's a Pyrrhic victory, of course, of course, of course. I'm gonna break the siege and try to, yeah, I'm gonna do this and, oh, it gives me a better outcome, but no. Break the siege. Yeah, I think I can move them away, because I really want to replenish these guys. I could attack them, but I really don't know what's coming in, you know? So I'm already glad that I defeated a little bit more than what I was expecting with that. I didn't know that the the Warg army would reinforce. To be honest, that seems like a bug. So let's get some skills for you. Stand your ground. That's perfect. Anything that makes them survive better is always a good choice. Of course, you can go on the offensive, and sometimes that's exactly what you want. But with an army such as the Dwarfs, I like to be more resilient. I like to focus on that, especially with the heroes. So I'll go mostly into getting better armor, getting better melee defense to avoid the enemy. You know, if they jump on my heroes, I want them to survive a little bit more. And yep, this is already with a research point surplus, which is excellent. I wonder if I should get this. Because I want some public order, and I know that I can get some with the Thane's authority. But no, I need the military. Let's continue with that military stuff. Because I want to upgrade most of my armies to the best army that I wanted to focus them with. Yeah, as soon as this guy has those units, it should be fine. Oh, yeah. Let's get some bombers. That's cool. Yeah, that Thane is pretty fine. Oh, I think I can get to that island. So let's finish in Castle Alexandronov. There we go. Okay, I can teleport attack, by the way. And I've done so many battles against the Norska that I really just want to auto-resolve so many of these. That went poorly, less poor, a little bit poorer than what I was expecting, but still that's good. So some items, some ancillaries there. And this guy doesn't have a lot. Let's give him a little bit more hit points, shall we? And I just want to get the Cinder Blast ability, and that's it. And then everything else that he can help the army or help the campaign is better. Okay, I don't have anything left there but to go Overseer. I actually dislike the Mentor ability. I know it's useful, but still... You know what bugs me is that all it does is that ensures that I get more skills every turn to click. You know, so that's a little bit... I know it's useful, I know it's good, but I'm just like, no, I don't need to be clicking more skills. Okay. Yeah, let's get more income. And you can see already that my income is getting better. And of course, with the deeps, I'm going to get even better with that. This Thane... Okay, yeah, there's going to be a rebellion there, that's for sure. Let's check diplomacy as always. Finally, let's get with Clan Angrund.
We're stronger.
Yeah, we're stronger indeed. Pay me a little bit. I get so much gold from these, you know. Oh, I could even confederate Ungrim. Do I want that? I mean, he's about to die, so no. Really don't want that. I can confederate when he's dead. And how much do you get me? 1,700. Now that's a better deal. Did it change anything? Nope. So that's cool. Scaling only has 6 settlements, and I think, yeah, I'm strength number 5, which is excellent, actually. Finally, this campaign is, you know, looking way better. Okay, I have some outpost money. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that should be nice. And I could build more outposts, but I don't have the money for it. Definitely, yeah, there should be. Yeah, I have insufficient funds. That's okay. And over here, what do I want? I think I do want, you know, some more dwarf beers, some more income, you know, some more public order. But let's go with first with the basic income. And I could confederate, but yeah, I barely would reach that. It's the -4 that it's causing me some trouble. So maybe I'll wait a couple more turns just so that some public order stabilizes. I do see the vampires getting completely wiped out. And then Reichland is looking really powerful, which is great to see, actually. So yeah, I'll see you guys on the next episode. Bye-bye.